Hello, Inception again. Every episode starts with a bit of Inception. I forgot we were at the party camp. Before I do anything, let me just make sure. Is everything okay? Just make sure that everyone's actually wearing armor and stuff. So, heavy chainmail gloves, that's fine. Heavy chainmail steel. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. And weapon-wise, you can have that. The rest we can all safely sell.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick, at your service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
You're free to stay, just mind yourselves.
Wonderful. Thank the gentleman, won't you, boy?
Thank you, sir.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me. If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
See your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Okay. We got 10 gold there. I didn't realise we had that. Okay. Earthkeeper 847. Okay, so we get rid of those. Okay. We'll invest it. Is there a backpack down here? I swear there was. Yeah, there is. We'll invest in one of them straight away, just to make sure that we can get some cool stuff. Right. My equipment. So garland, sword. This one is better. So we'll use that. Now we speak to people, generally.
What do you need?
One sec. It's going to put on the subtitles. Oh, there we go.
What do you need?
Do you want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
I just thought you might want to talk, that's all.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the blight and everything. I'm sorry.
No harm done.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
He had you.
I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him.
Yeah, I understand that.
Of course. I'd be dead then, wouldn't I? It's not like that would make him happier. I think he came from Highever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
So the thing that he says about Duncan being from Highever, he's not from Highever. He's from Ravane, which is another country entirely, way to the north. So I think that might be a typo, or somebody got something mixed up in the script. I don't know. He did come from Highever down south to meet up with the other Grey Wardens, but you know, Alistair had known him by then. So yeah, my entire family was murdered just recently.
Oh, of course. How stupid of me to forget. Here I am going on and on about Duncan, and you... I am so sorry. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Maybe I'll go to Highever with you when you go.
I'd like that. So would he, I think.
Fair enough.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
This vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
So, it's just a dream. Why say it's a vision?
I have had dreams. This was different somehow. When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
Did you hear voices?
No, not voices. It's not so simple. He spoke directly to my soul, in a language no human tongue can express. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything?
Suppose I couldn't sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a Blight to stop.
Right, you shut up. The one thing I really wish they patched out was this fucking dog causing all this racket when you're just trying to talk to other people in the party.
Oh, why, you little...
Are you harassing my dog?
Me? Harassing your dog? I should say it's the other way round. Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Just a warning. He could have taken a hand off.
Don't you think I don't know it? Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Right. Cool.
Why are we stopping?
Because it's night time. We're working together. I should get to know you.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
I need to know if I can trust you at my back. Oh wait, are you alright? You were in that cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
I've never seen a Canary before. I love this, right? So in every single, RPG, you ask this question, right? I've never seen a Canary before. Tell me about your people.
No.
I just love it. I love it. You just, you know. No? Why not?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of, the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
You said you were in the army.
I am.
What made you decide to become a soldier?
Decide. I am a Sten of the Beresad. I did not choose to be who I am any more than you did.
Why would the Qunari send soldiers here?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Qunari. We are how my people know the world.
Doesn't that make your view of things a little skewed?
Compared to what?
Well, yeah, good question.
What does anyone truly know of the world? The world changes. We change. The Antam observe what we can, just as you do. There is no point to this. We are keeping the Darkspawn waiting.
Why did you offer to help me?
For the moment, you are the enemy of my enemy.
For the moment?
Yes, I am Qunari. As long as you do not make yourself my enemy, I will aid you. I can promise nothing else.
You should get moving.
As you wish.
Now, the thing I love about Sten is that he may seem like a really abrasive character who doesn't want to speak to you, right? But of all the characters in this game, it's easiest to get good points with Sten. Just by talking to him. Isn't that cool? He's the easiest one to get to know. Because if you honestly ask him questions because you're curious about the Qunari and his people and his race and where he comes from, he really likes that. He doesn't show it, but he does. It comes up every single time. Plus 10, plus 5. You know, he gets really big bonuses just by talking to him and being interested in who he is. Everybody else makes it about them. You know, oh, my dad. Oh, my daddy issues. Oh, I've had a vision from the Maker. Oh, my mummy issues. My mum's a witch. Whereas Sten's just like, yeah, I'm Sten. Oh, who are the Qunari? Oh, he acts annoyed, but he's not. He is actually quite happy that you're curious. And he does open up as the game goes on, and we will see it, which is going to be really awesome.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Your mother has been doing this for a long time then. But it's just a legend, right?
So I assume. My mother has walked the wilds far longer than I. Who am I to suggest what things she has done and not done in her past? Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
And what do other animals think of you when you're changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
Have you ever heard of magic like that before?
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
Okay. I think you'll say the last one, because at the end of the day, he's pretty ignorant. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, traditions need to be preserved. Yeah, fine, whatever.
I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear. Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
Number 3, maybe tied to a flagpole and tickled.
I wouldn't advise it. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Okay. This guy over here, we're not going to talk to him just yet. What we are going to do is give out these gifts so we can get them out of our inventory. So...
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
And tribal necklace.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
I think that's all we've got, isn't it? Yeah, that's all we've got.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
So, we go to Redcliffe Village. We can go back to Lothering, but we're not going to.
Got it.
Alright, that's the end of them.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
Let me guess. You're an idiot.
Yes, that's right. I stopped you to tell you that I'm an idiot. Whew! Thank the maker you know already. Now I can stop worrying I'll be found out.
Does sound suspiciously like sarcasm.
What can I say? I'm a witty idiot. But I'm trying to be serious here. Just listen.
Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Al Eamon exactly?
Hope this isn't anything sordid, is it?
No. Why would you think that? Wait, don't answer that. Just let me finish.
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Our Lehman took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
Wait. So you're like heir to the throne?
Maker's breath, I hope not. I don't think so. You don't think so, do you? I'm a bastard. And nobody even knows about me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Does Loghain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Al Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care. But she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
You're probably luckier than most orphans.
I suppose you're right. I wasn't raised as the Arl's son, though. If you're picturing that, I slept in hay out in the stables, not on silk sheets. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall, and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Owl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
And you think the Jarl will help us?
I think so, yes. This news we've heard about him being sick disturbs me, though. I wonder if we won't discover that Loghain has come to the same conclusion as we have. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Aren't you?
See? I knew you could do it. It's easy, isn't it?
I don't like how he disapproves. There you go.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
Get out of, yeah, I'm on important business. Need to see Al Eamon.
The Arl? Then you don't know. Has nobody out there heard?
There's a civil war going on if you haven't noticed.
We heard news about the king and all the fighting. That was before everything started here. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Al Eamon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Bantegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Tern Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So, you are a Grey Warden as well? Is it possible we've met? You seem very familiar.
You may have known my father, Tern Coastland.
Ah, yes, that's it, exactly. A pleasure to meet you indeed, though I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead. Decomposing corpses, returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
You want my help? You don't know me.
I know Alistair, and I trust those he chooses to travel with. What do you say?
I have some questions first.
By all means.
Is there any way to get into the castle to get at the source?
The castle is closed to us, its doors barred. We could storm it certainly, but what would that accomplish? Our numbers are too few. We cannot throw men at the castle walls when they are needed to protect the village.
Why don't you just evacuate the village?
I tried. Our one attempt at an organized evacuation resulted in an immediate attack. Yesterday I found out these creatures attack those fleeing on their own, even during daytime. Whatever lies in the castle wants this village dead.
What happens after tonight?
Once the village is safe, we will try to enter the castle to find the source of this trouble.
Fair enough.
Then you will help us?
I'm not sure. What happens if I refuse?
Then I would have to kindly ask you not to get in our way.
Alright, I'll help.
There are no darkspawn here, and nothing to gain. It is a fool's errand.
If there is a chance to rescue the Arl, we have to try.
Perhaps.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
Tell me about yourself.
This is hardly the time to be discussing personal details, don't you think? We will have to fight for our lives very shortly.
And thus I'd like to know something about you.
I suppose that's not too much to ask. I did not mean to be brusque.
What will you do if Arl Eamon is dead?
I don't know. If Connor lives, he'll be the Arl and I'll need to help him with it. If he's... well, I don't want to think about that.
Why have you stayed? Why don't you just leave?
After the first attack, I wanted to go for help, but I couldn't just leave these people. The Banon gear up to battle Loghain, while Darkspawn loom to the south. Loghain won't send anyone, so Redcliffe is on its own.
Are you a skilled warrior?
Skilled enough to know there are many far better than myself.
Alright.
Good, then my secrets are still safe. I was worried for a moment there.
Why are you in the chantry with the villagers?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
Wouldn't that look cowardly?
I'm not here for glory. I would prefer being outside, but Perth has a point. We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
Okay. You have some of Arliman's knights here?
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
Yeah. The search for the urn.
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
Alright.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Okay, so we got Sten to come back on side.
I'm scared. One of the bad men.
I'm so sorry. Am I bothering you?
What are we going to do?
I'll try to be more quiet.
Are you alright? Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time, everywhere. And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Why would he run off? Do you know?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice. Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Have you tried looking for him?
I went to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
What would you give to find him?
I have nothing. Everything we owned is in our house. If you found my brother, I would be eternally grateful. Oh, please, couldn't you look for him? I'm begging you.
I'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him.
Silence, girl.
If he's around, if he's around, we'll find him.
Is this their cue to keep all their wisdom? Your behavior makes much more sense to me now.
You know, we don't have them
No
anywhere.
sign of them coming back from the
Their
castle,
numbers just
Murdoch.
keep growing each
Tell
night.
them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
Pray, and hope for a miracle.
Your miracle has arrived, Murdoch, my old son.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
You heard wrong.
So you say? A damn Qunari could walk up and say he was a Grey Warden. I wouldn't know the difference.
That much is clear.
We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Have faith.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
How's morale?
Morale's about what you'd expect. These men aren't soldiers. They're villagers defending their homes, and they're frightened. It would help if we had decent equipment. There weren't enough swords in Owen's shop, and the men's armor is nearly falling off. I don't think we're in any shape to fight. We'll do our best, of course, but, well, I have my doubts. I just hope I'm alive tomorrow morning.
What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Why does he refuse to talk to you?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
Nobody else can do them?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
Anything else you need?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about him.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Carry on then.
Right. Let's hope we see morning.
So, unless you do things in a very specific way, and some of them are impossible with the current people that we have in our party, but I don't care because I like this party. Murdoch dies. Yeah. This is Dwin's home. The door is locked and looks like it's been recently repaired, alright? Just gonna break it open.
Wonderful. So you can get off
Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
We'll go where we like, unless you'd like to stop us.
No, have to run the place. It's not like I could stop people like you anyway. The name's Dwin. Pleased to meet you. Now, kindly tell me why you're here.
Why are you shut up in here?
Surviving. We have supplies to last for quite some time. And my boys and I can swing a weapon better than any of those fools out there.
You should be out there helping to defend the village.
Why? When did this town ever rush to my rescue?
Murdoch says he needs you for the militia.
So what? You recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
Either die out there or die in here now.
So, that's what it comes down to, huh? Fine. I'll go. If you want me out there so badly.
Good man.
Spoken like someone who doesn't know me very well. Go tell Murdoch he won. And I better see you out there in the square when those creatures come.
I think you do get a pretty good weapon by killing him, but meh.
Now's better than later.
General store.
All right, all right.
There's lamp oil in these barrels, right? We could use that.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Now's better than later.
When you approach the dresser, something moves inside. You hear a short intake of breath and then silence. Whatever's inside the dresser, come out now.
Go away. This isn't your home.
A small human. I say burn it out.
Ah! What are you doing? All right, I'll come out. Please, don't hurt me. I'll go back to the Chantry if you want. I didn't mean any harm.
Your sister's looking for you, you know.
I just didn't want to be at the Chantry anymore. Everyone's scared, and I want to be brave.
How was hiding in the dresser being brave?
I wasn't always in here. I hid when I heard you coming. I was... Well, I shouldn't tell you. It's a secret.
Tell me, I don't like secrets.
Alright. I'll tell. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was Grandfather's. And Grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like Grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
Where is his sword now?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
But I could use that sword to help save the village.
But I can't give it to you. It was Father's. Caitlin would be so mad if I did.
Just hand it over now.
Alright. Here. I guess I should go back to the Chantry. Please, be careful with Grandfather's sword.
Cool.
Get on it.
I wonder if this is the green blade. It is the green blade. Is it any good? It is good. It is very good. It is a tier 4 sword. That is higher than what we've got. A lot higher than what we've got. That means Alistair can have Oathkeeper.
I don't like being out here, Dwin. The mayor's giving me the evil eye.
And well he should. Because you're a good-for-nothing liar and a thief.
Well, we don't understand why we're out here.
We're out here because I say we're gonna help these people. And since I pay your wages, you're gonna do as I say.
Oh, sure, boss. Whatever you say.
I do like doing. Especially if you can convince him. It's very funny.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Open this door or I'll break it down.
Alright, just don't destroy anything, damn you.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Somebody's been drinking.
So, I open the door. I've got nothing of value for you. The militia's taken whatever I had. So if you're here to beat on a sad old man, then all I ask is you get on with it. I don't have much to live for as it is.
The militia needs your help desperately.
Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Velena, is one of the Alessa's maids and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
So you intend to drink yourself to death?
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
I intend to try.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. Tell you what. If you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter.
And what if she's dead?
It would be better than going to my grave wondering.
Alright. What about the militia? They need your help.
If you look for Velena, I'll reopen the smithy and make some repairs for the militia. I can do that much.
Alright, I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
What stopped me from lying to you?
Nothing besides your conscience. You got one of them.
Not really.
Then you should know the value of a deal. You want something, I want something.
Alright, fair enough.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Is this a promise we will not keep?
Let's hope not.
What's this?
I said nothing to you, human.
Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Oh, Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Alright.
Right.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
What do you mean?
Oh, you know, evil creatures, impending doom, civil war, and the Earl's dead in the castle. Makes you thirsty, don't it? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope.
Who are you, anyway?
Name's Lloyd. So, why'd you come to the village now? The roads can't be all that safe, not with a war brewing.
I'm a Grey Warden.
Well, that explains it. Except for the lack of darkspawn around here. But never mind me. Something else I can get for you?
Answer a few questions.
Fine. Make them quick.
Shouldn't you be helping defend the village?
Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar. Just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward.
Either die fighting with the militia or die here now. It's your choice.
But Van Tegan said we didn't have to. He said... Fine, I'll go.
I approve. All who are able should fight.
But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
I see you got that bastard Lloyd to join the militia. It's about time he did something to help out. I guess this puts me in charge. Poor Lloyd will have an apoplexy just thinking about it, eh?
How's business been?
What business? I close up, but it gives the militia a place to take their minds off tonight. Me too, I suppose.
Shouldn't you be at the Chantry?
When I lock up the tavern later on, I will be. Are you fighting tonight?
I am, yeah.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
What do you know about the elf in the corner?
Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
I should go.
Keep safe and come back any time. I won't lock up until near sundown.
Then the thing, it leapt right on him, started chewing his face. He started screaming, trying to push it off him, and I couldn't even help.
That's mighty kind of you to help us. We thought nobody would come to our aid.
So, Bella's in charge of this place, is she? She's gonna keep it? Good for her.
Not looking for company.
Shouldn't you be with the militia?
Why? I don't live here.
Then what are you doing here?
Just waiting until I can leave again.
I hear you're Beric.
What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why?
You seem awfully nervous. Why is that? No, wait. They said you were waiting for your brother?
My what? Oh, yes. He was supposed to meet me here. And then I got stuck here when monsters from the castle attacked.
You didn't try to leave?
No. Those who tried are dead. And, I have to wait for my brother. Look, I don't know you, and I don't want to. I was just told to... just leave me alone.
What do you mean? What were you told to do?
Nothing. Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
It does, actually. Who's going to stop me?
I'm not here to hurt anyone, I swear. I'll tell you what you want to know, just don't kill me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who are they? Who hired you to do this?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Howe. Arl Rendon Howe. He's an important man, Terran Loghain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
What are you supposed to watch for?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
Okay. So how do I know you're telling me the truth?
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it, do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight.
Fitting.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
All right.
What can I get you?
Meat and supplies.
Fair enough. Let me see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
Can I? Oh! Excellent. Eating the poor guy out of Alzanome here, taking everything. It's free. Right, be back in a sec. Alright, gotta love that pause button. Right, so we've done that. Now we've got to go see these knights, I think.
Yes? What can I do for you?
I have a letter from the Blackstone Irregulars.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Okay. Normally you can't come in here, so... pretty cool that we can.
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Or we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit that I do not quite know how to address you. Is my lord sufficient?
Just call me Royce. No, call me Grey Warden. That's what I am.
Grey Warden it is then, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with a Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
Is there anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Have you considered using oil in the village store?
No one told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Enough to set many monsters aflame.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime? Ask me whatever you wish.
Tell me about the quest for the urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
What is he sick with?
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. We brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Why did the Arlessa believe anyone else could find the urn?
The Arl once employed a scholar, Brother Genitivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
Can no one other than knights bring them back?
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
So the knights left the castle defenseless?
Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there, and were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood.
Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Okay. So once again, we've got to go talk to somebody in the Chantry, and as we know, a lot of the time... I love this little detail up here. Little fish carved into the bottom of this. As we know, they always go against you. No matter what you do, the Chantry priests always seem to go, no, I'm not doing that. But yeah, but it makes sense for you to do so. Nah, I'm not doing that. No, seriously though, it would help a lot. No, I'm not doing that. You know, like, all the time. We got away with it last time, simply because, you know, we had Liliana with us, but we don't this time, so...
Let us pray. You are a stranger amongst us, yet you still agree to defend our village in its darkest hour. We are most grateful to you.
Be grateful when after we win the battle.
I will be grateful of your attempt, even if it fails. We can ask no more. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Sir Perth needs holy protection for his knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
Well, you're not praying hard enough then.
You do not understand. Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
See what I mean? But if they think it helps them...
I suppose their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
And for such a small thing, like she was like, oh, I don't want to do it, you know.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
You got to do number 2.
You're very sweet. I suppose there's no harm in it. Oh my. Stay safe tonight. And good luck.
It's making him swoon everywhere, isn't he?
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
You said you wanted holy protection?
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
She has these holy amulets, will those do?
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
I'm glad I could help.
I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
Alright, that's it.
As you say, we are prepared to meet the enemy here when they come. Maker, prepare us. We shall be victorious.
So, I think we've pretty much done all I think we can do, to be honest with you. I think. Yep. Okay. I'm not sure there's anything else we can really do. If Murdoch doesn't live now, then I don't think he's ever going to live.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantigan the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
We're not only going ready, Murdoch, we're going to win.
I hope you're right. We may just be village folk, but we're going to fight like there's no tomorrow.
How's morale?
The men's spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest. Dwin's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know a veteran is on our side tonight. Since you convinced Owen to start repairs, we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. Overall, I'd say the militia's very ready to fight. Never thought I'd say that, but there you go. Is there anything else?
I'm ready to make my stand. Let's wait for sundown.
Are you sure? There's still time left if you need to talk with Sir Perth or do anything else.
Done all that. I'm ready.
Then good luck to you. You'll need it.
They're coming! Get to your positions! Make ready!
It's time, men. Know that we fight for the Maker and our hour. Light the traps. Burn these foul creatures.
Back over here, don't walk into the fire. Sten, where you going, dude?
Attacking from the lake! They're attacking the barricades! We need help!
Alright, knights, stay and defend the path.
Come on! We need to hurry!
You guys are fucking morons. Like, what the hell? Running into the fire. What was all that about? Is Murdoch? This is why he dies. Look. Yep, he's dead. Morrigan's getting forward. Holy hell, there's so many. Oof.
Dawn arrives, and we survive the night. We are victorious. And though this victory came at great cost, we must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, good sir. Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour.
There's still much to do.
Surely these people deserve some small celebration, don't you think? There is time yet.
Let us bow our heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliffe.
Sir Perth, valiant knight in the service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe, we salute you. Murdoch of Redcliffe, mayor and beloved father, we salute you.
You and so many others who have perished here, walk with he who is your maker. Long may you know the peace of his love.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able. Now, we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
Okay. We all have
Is this
injuries still?
important?
Oh my god, look at Sten. Crushed arm, concussion, coughing blood, deafened, and head trauma.
Let's go.
Yes?
What can I do?
Oh dear, 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 dear.
Here I stand.
Sten, like, you're literally half dead, my man.
At your service. Get on it.
I admit, for a while, I didn't think either of us would survive. It's good to see you did.
Don't I deserve a hero's welcome?
Possibly. And what kind of tip do I get out of it?
A tip? What about my natural charm?
Fine, I'll make an exception, but just this once.
Oh, okay.
Anything I can get you?
I need some supplies.
Fair enough. Let me see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
Nope. She got nothing. Right, upgrade that. And... Let's do magic. So Cone of Cold, this spell here, is actually the most powerful in the game. You'll see what I mean. It's just brilliant. I don't know of a better spell in the game than that. That may sound silly, but trust me. Trust me. It is brilliant. Right, so... I wish you could just use injury kits, you know what I mean? Like, when you need them, rather than, you know, you have to wait and wait.
Got it. Odd how quiet the castle looks from here. You would think there was nobody inside at all. But I shouldn't delay things further. I had a plan. To enter the castle after the village was secure. There is a secret passage here, in the mill, accessible only to my family.
Why didn't you mention this before?
I knew you would choose to enter the castle instead of staying in the village. And we needed warriors. I'm sorry if I... Maker's breath.
Tigan. Thank the Maker you yet live.
Isolde. You're alive. How did you... What has happened?
I do not have much time to explain. I slipped away from the castle as soon as I saw the battle was over, and I must return quickly. And I need you to return with me, Tigan. Alone.
Careful, this could be an ambush.
What? Who is this man, Tigan?
You remember me, Lady Isolde, don't you?
Alistair. Of all the... Why are you here?
They are Grey Wardens, Isolde. I owe them my life.
Pardon me, I would exchange pleasantries, but... Considering the circumstances...
Please, Lady Isolde, we had no idea anyone was even alive within the castle. We must have some answers.
I know you need more of an explanation, but I don't know what is safe to tell. Tigan, there is a terrible evil within the castle. The dead waken and haunt the living. The maid responsible was caught, but still it continues. And I think Connor is going mad. We have survived, but he won't flee the castle. He has seen so much death. You must help him, Tigan. You are his uncle. You could reason with him. I do not know what else to do.
What about Arleman? Is he still alive?
He is. He is being kept alive so far, thank the Maker.
Kept alive? Kept alive by what?
Something the mage unleashed. So far it allows Eamon, Connor and myself to live. The others were not so fortunate. It killed so many, and turned their bodies into walking nightmares. Once it was done with the castle, it struck the village. It wants us to live, but I do not know why. It allowed me to come for you, Tigan, because I begged, because I said Connor needed help.
Do you think this evil could be some kind of demon?
I do not know. Oh, Maker's mercy. Could it truly be a demon? I can't let it hurt my Connor. You must come back with me, Tigan. Please.
Tell me about this mage you mentioned.
He is an infiltrator, I think. One of the castle staff. We discovered he was poisoning my husband. That is why Eamon fell ill.
Eamon was poisoned?
He claims an agent of Terran Logain's hired him. He may be lying, however. I cannot say.
Why do I get the feeling you're not telling us everything?
I beg your pardon? It's a rather impertinent accusation.
Not if it's true.
An evil I cannot fathom holds my son and the husband hostage. I came for help. What more do you want from me? Tegan, I do not have much time. What if it thinks I'm betraying it? It could kill Connor. Please come back with me. Must I beg?
Why does he have to go alone?
For Connor's sake. I promised I would return quickly and only with Tegan. Tegan, I know you could order your men to follow me when I return to the castle. I beg you not to. For Connor's sake.
Enough questions. We've got to decide what to do.
The king is dead, and we need my brother now more than ever. I will return to the castle with you, Isolde.
Thank the Maker. Bless you, Tegan. Bless you.
You're making a mistake. You're going to get yourself killed.
I cannot let Isolde return alone. Perhaps I can help Connor or Eamon. Perhaps this is really a trap, but this is my family. I must try. I have no illusions of dealing with this evil alone. You, on the other hand, have proven quite formidable. Isolde, can you excuse us for a moment? We must confer in private before I return to the castle with you.
Please do not take too long. I will be by the bridge.
Here's what I propose. I go in with Isolde, and you enter the castle using the secret passage. My signet ring unlocks the door. Perhaps I will distract whatever evil is inside and increase your chances of getting in unnoticed. What do you say?
What exactly am I supposed to do in there?
I wish I knew. I don't know any more about this evil force than Isolde seems to. I don't think we can afford to strip any of the few defenders the village has left, just in case. Here is my signet ring. It will open the lock on the door in the mill. Whatever you do, Eamon is the priority here. If you have to, just get him out of there. Isolde, me, and anyone else, we are expendable.
Okay. I could stop you from doing this, you know.
So you could, but what would be the point? Do you really want to endanger my little nephew, and especially my brother? I don't.
One fool plan on top of another.
But I can delay no longer. Allow me to bid you farewell. And good luck.
Alright. That is all for now. I'll be back in the next part where we're going to be heading into Castle Redcliffe. So I'll see you then. It's time for Inception. Bong.